Welcome back, everybody, to Dystopian World. No? Alright, yeah. I was never too much of a stage presence anyhow, so. Welcome back, everybody. This is Levi Red and Dystopian World Games. A couple things we gotta touch on today, man. How's everybody doing? First and foremost, man, it's a great weekend. If it wasn't for the deadly air outside, I'd probably go catch some of this cloud muted sunlight, but I'd rather be in here talking to you guys anyway. So moving on. Plans for the week. I'm trying to get something organized with the YouTube channel on reward systems. Like, everybody I watch has got a reward system, whether it be weekly giveaways or comment raffles, something like that. So I'm going to brainstorm a little bit on what I can do for you guys, the viewers, to allow you to share some of my amassed fortune, I suppose. Like, it's almost cumbersome, honestly. I got 50,000 cards under my bed, and God, I look at them maybe once or twice a week, and then it's just back to the mill. Got some recent pickups. Went out to my buddy Leo's on Friday. Was planning to help him get some stuff shot because he wants to start doing content for YouTube or Facebook, something like that. Anywho, didn't get anything shot, but we played a couple games of Commander, and I picked up a very nice little collection of cards that I'd like to share with you. I mean, stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning looking through this stuff, and I found a lot of neat little things. For those that don't know, this is a sealed envelope. This is a package. Inside the package is the Grand Prix Soul Ring. And I've been wanting to pick up something off Channel Fireball for the last couple months. I've just never been able to factor it into my finances. But luckily my guy Leo had some extras, so got myself a foil soul ring to drop into my Brea now. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because a lot of it's commons and uncommons. Little pieces that I just want to pop into decks, try stuff out. But there are some bigger pieces in here, and I'll show you guys here in a second. Maybe there's more pieces in here than I actually originally given credit for. So, I guess this would be a good start. Got myself a Niv Mizzet Reborn, because I really want to start building a 5-color dragon deck. Unfortunately, I traded my Dragon away a couple years ago for I don't even remember what. Got Heliod's Intervention because my White Weenie deck still needs good removal. Got one of the FMM foil pushes because removal. Anybody that gets too focused on their creature base and their attack base in the deck is going to lose. Hands down. I've seen it happen with goblin decks. I've seen it happen with any kind of rush tribal deck. If you do not have the removal to deal with the threat across the table, chances are you're going to lose. So I've been prioritizing my decks lately with removal as the key. You get your other creatures out, but they're probably gonna get blown up too. So it's all it's a delicate balance, actually. So more tribal right here. Atzuri, the Renegade Leader. I'm not a net deck guy. Like, I like to personalize everything that I do, and my obsessive compulsive disorder doesn't allow me to even take the slightest veer off of what could be an otherwise interesting deck design. But Atzuri, the Renegade Leader, he is a great tribe buff for elves, mono green elves. I mean, even if you want to do Golgari elves to somebody else at the helm and you end up, getting him up, He's great. He regenerates your creatures. Hands down, one of the best elves in the game. Belly Dead Recovery, because why not? Always need recursion. Your stuff goes to the graveyard, you want it back, something like that, it's not going to hurt you. Plus, you can play it as a land if you don't need the recovery, so. Castle Ardenvale. Another decent card for the white weenie decks because you can tap 4 mana, tap the Ardenvale, create a soldier token. If you got something out that helps you replicate effect, then you can get more than one soldier out at a time. I like this one. Glistening Oil. When I was talking to my buddy Leo about it, he didn't understand why I want that for a commander deck. And me personally, I'm not positive why I want it for a commander deck as far as tactic and strategy go, but it has a Phyrexian stamp, so chances are it's either going to go into Keurig, Yawgmoth, or my Atraxa deck. Pretty fun. Sanguine Bond, the cheaper of 2 pieces. Exquisite Blood's a little bit more pricey, so I do what I can to pick them up in equal amounts just because they're great in any deck that runs black. If you pull Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond out at the same time, you have an infinite loop and you win. Conjurer's Closet. Blink your creatures, folks. Keeps them alive longer, lets you get ETB effects on the board. Another castle. Castle Lochthwain. Because Lochthwain. I'm starting to like the full arts. Forgive me. Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. I haven't had the opportunity to slot her into a deck yet, so now I've got the opportunity to, and hopefully she, does some work. One of those cards that's always been asking for a reprint. We got Wayfarer's Bauble. I've only got a couple of them in my collection right now, so it was nice to see an original print from 5th Dawn that I could, put into my 50,000 card collection under the bed, man. Got 2 copies of Drown in the Loch because I do still have boxed standard decks, boxed modern decks, and as soon as stores open back up, I'm probably going to be playing some standard, some modern. Hopefully we get to do it sometime this year, because if not, Drown in the Loch goes right into a modern deck. I'm waiting on a bunch of pieces to come in from Goblins from TCG Player right now. I got Goblin Chieftain here. I've got one more of him, and I think I took it out and set it aside for my Shattergang Brothers deck. But in the event I ever do decide to run Modern Goblins again, it's nice to have a pair of Goblin Chieftains. They give you buffs and haste, and not enough can be said for buff Goblins that just hit the field and start striking. If anybody out here knows me, they'll know that I'm a big Lotus fan. So I had to pick up the Nyx Lotus. It's another one of those ones kind of like the Jeweled Lotus. It's only good in monocolored decks. I haven't seen anybody do it in multicolored decks yet, but it gives you mana in the amount of your devotion to any color, so it's kind of like Cabal Coffers. We got Silence. I crave silence sometimes at the table. Sometimes people get too carried away with their everlasting combos, so if you know who that player is at the table, you drop this down before they even get a chance to shoot and enjoy the look of satisfaction they give you as you get your board set up. Icecron Scepter goes back down to Silence. Icecron Scepter will let you replicate the effect of any instant or sorcery. So say you put Silence on an Icecron Scepter, you can use Silence almost every turn if you can untap it. And yeah, that's fun. Stitch in Time. I love my Samizet stuff. Praetor's Grasp. That's, I don't know yet. Flusterstorm. Because blue cannot have enough counter spells. I would make a strictly counter spell deck if I had the opportunity. And I still might. Because there are a lot of counter spells out there, actually. Not to win, just to be that guy. Another card that's very, very needs a reprint. Splinter Twin. It's banned right now, but it is so fun to play. For my wife's zombie demon, Liliana, got her a Scourge of Skyclaves. And I was hearing about some kind of technique with this card. Or tactic, strategy. Archfiend of Despair? Sound right? Has something to do with one of the other demons. You get those two out on the field and you got yourself a nasty little mix that tends to bring the salt directly to you. And I completely missed this in the days that it was bouncing around from anywhere between $30 to $50. It is not Uro, it is the Hydroid Krasis. Another card for my wife because I love her. Jellyfish Hydra Beast, and it does all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's mean. Got myself a foil goblin guide from the original Zendikar print. My buddy, he had a few of the ones from Double Masters, but they're just too much screen presence for a lowly goblin, I believe. I mean, if anybody deserves a screen presence in a goblin deck, it would be Kranko, or what's the new one that just came out? Muxus had a good art because, I mean, you like slapped right on the front of the card. Blood Chief Ascension. A little something for them vampire fans out there, because you get life, you take life, you are life. Vampires. Enjoy. The two last pieces here, just something that I love kicking around on the battlefield when you get the opportunity to Blightsteel Colossus, because damn, if you've ever run into one of those on an opposite side of a table, you know how devastating they can be. I would rank Blightsteel Colossus up there with Eldrazi. I might put him up there above a couple of the Eldrazi, actually, because he hits you, you're dead. There is no... He can walk right through creatures, too. You give him a Whisper Silk Cloak, it's over. And since I sold my last one, I had to pick myself up a doubling season for Atraxa, because I'm going to do a rebuild on it. And I'm still debating between Super Friends and Infect, or maybe I could find some kind of mix where both of them can get a little bit of attention. That's it for the... I mean, I got a bunch of other stuff in this little box here. Commons and uncommons, probably some rares. Actually, I'm pretty sure a lot of it's rares, but there's little pieces. But before I get out of here, I do want to get back to the plans that I am in the process of setting up a rewards program. I acquired this from Leo as well, and I'm still trying to determine what I'm going to do. So far, I know I'm going to be giving away the Mana Drain as soon as I hit 100 subscribers. I'm still working out the details for that one, so stay tuned. And well, I'm still got the camera on. Shout outs, I want to shout out everybody, but I don't have enough time. So Clever Magic Trevor, go check him out. Pawz Brown, go check him out. Luke over at 570 Gaming, go check him out. MTG Peddler, go check him out. I'm pretty sure he's got story time today. I don't want to miss that, so I'm actually going to get out of here. Until next time, this has been Levi Red with Dystopian World Games, and I wish you guys the best week. Hope to see you soon, probably sometime here in the next few days. I'll have something else for you. So, catch you later. Leave our red.